President Sisi received the congratulatory cables on the occasion of celebrating of the 10th of Ramadan anniversary from Lieutenant General Ashraf Salim Zahir, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and Ministers of Defense and Military Production. In his cable, the minister asserted that the 10th of Ramadan victory remains a symbol of eternal values for the Egyptian nation and its passion of means of strength as it raises the will of people and carry its horizon of the future. He added that the Armed Forces men affirm their unwavering belief in the sanctity of the tasks and responsibilities entrusted to them. They also remain steadfast to the 10th of Ramadan, 6th of October victory spirit, upholding their oath of loyalty to Egypt and its people. They march forward under the ambitious national leadership and free will of President Sisi to achieve goals of prosperous future worthy of the nations and its sons.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received CEO of Norwegian company Scatec, Terje Pilskog, and Chairman of Board of Directors of Envision Energy, Ken Cho. Presidential spokesperson said that during the meeting, President Sisi welcomed heads of Scatec and Envision, praising the existing cooperation between Egypt and both companies. Moreover, the head of state reiterated Egypt's government keenness to attract foreign direct investment in the renewable energy sector, given Egypt's competitive advantages and strategic location, which qualify to be a regional hub of clean energy. President Sisi added that the government is giving special attention to localizing technology and increasing the local component in major related projects. Ambassador Mohammed Shinawi indicated that officials from both companies affirmed their commitment to enhancing their investments in the Egyptian market. The meeting also reviewed Scatec's plans for energy infrastructure in Egypt, particularly in the areas of solar energy and electricity storage systems.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi met on Thursday with Sudan's Prime Minister Kamel Idris in the presence of Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and delegations from both countries. President el-Sisi affirmed the depth of the strategic and brotherly relations binding Egypt and Sudan. The head of the state commended of the convening of the Higher Coordinating Committee on Water Issues, chaired by the Prime Ministers of both countries, as an important framework for coordinating positions and ensuring the interests and rights of the two brotherly people. The president affirmed Egypt's firm position in supporting Sudan's stability and territorial integrity, pointing to Egypt's effort at the regional and international levels aims at ending the war and alleviating the humanitarian suffering of the Sudanese people. For his part, the Sudanese Prime Minister expressed his deep appreciation for the warm reception and the support provided by Egypt to his country in various fields. The meeting also witnessed the exchange of views on regional developments as well as mutual coordination and consultation on all issues of common concern.
Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli held talks with Sudan's Prime Minister of the Transitional Government, Kamel Idris, which centered on the latest developments in Sudan, as well as means to enhance bilateral relations and consultations on regional issues of mutual interest. The meeting also focused on the red lines set by the Egyptian political leadership and its full support for Sudan's unity, territorial and national institutions' integrity. Both sides affirmed the importance of enabling Sudanese state institutions to assume their full role and supporting the country's government's efforts to extend state authority. Talks also tackled supporting reconstruction projects throughout Sudan, in addition to developments regarding the Nile River file, with both sides reaffirming their categorical rejection of any unilateral actions or movements in the eastern Nile basin that would harm the water interests of downstream countries.
The 20th batch of the Palestinian returning to Gaza Strip arrived in the Rafah border crossing from the Egyptian side. Sources at Rafah crossing said that a team from the Egyptian Red Crescent received the returning Palestinians at Rafah crossing to facilitate their return in coordination with Rebellion authorities and provide them with necessary relief services. Meanwhile, Egyptian authorities are due to receive a new batch of injured and sick Palestinians coming from Gaza Strip to receive treatment in the Egyptian hospitals.